Look at the all-new Sony PS4, which is now half as thick as the PS3, retails for $399, includes a 500 gig hard disk drive, has a new 8-core AMD Jaguar CPU, an AMD Radeon GPU with 8 gigs of RAM, and is using the x86 architecture, which makes the PS4 a lot easier to develop for now, but unfortunately means PS3 games no longer work on the PS4. Now this is the launch day edition, so this is the first day these are on sale. This has a 500 gig hard disk drive, which is easily replaced. So that means you can expand storage, or you could even add an SSD. Now this also debuts with a new Sony DualShock or PlayStation DualShock 4 controller, which we're going to also take a look at, which has a lot of interesting features. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox this. I'm just going to cut the tape here. Alright, just going to pop this open, and here we go. Alright, so inside we have the new DualShock 4 controller. Just one of them in the launch day edition. We got to remove that plastic here. So we'll take a closer look at this and compare this to the older PS3 model. We also have, looks like, some of our literature. There we go. Welcome to the world of PlayStation. So again, just a quick start guide, shows you how to set this up, plug it in, and that sort of thing. And of course in different languages. Safety guide, of course that's not very interesting. Now inside here we should have our cables. So we have a microphone and a single headphone which plugs into the new PS4 controller. We also have our micro USB charging cable. We have our power cable, and we have our HDMI cable, which is very handy to have. Of course, I will be using that. Now the great thing here is that we do have integrated power supply, just like the PS3, so we don't have a power brick, we just have our cable. All right, so let's get to the PS4 itself, which is very lightweight, covered in plastic and styrofoam. All right, there we go. We got a little glossy and we got a little matte. Looks very sharp. So PS4 branding, and on the back we have all of our ports. So let's get situated here so we can take a closer look. All right, so let's take a look at the design of the PS4, which is now much more angular than before. You can see it has a sort of parallelogram effect. This also has that sort of contrasting material and texture with that matte plastic along with the glossy plastic. I actually think looks really sharp. So along the front we have our PS4 branding. We also have our USB 3.0 ports. You can see that glossy plastic sort of wraps around the groove that surrounds the console. We also have sort of hidden in here is the Blu-ray slot, which has 6x speed. We also have these capacitive controls here, which are your power on and eject buttons. So if you look really closely, you'll see the icons here for eject and power on. Again, capacitive, they are not physical. Now along the top, you also find an LED strip that runs the length of it. And of course that indicates activity level and what's going on. So blue for normal operation, red if something's going wrong. Now along the right side, you'll find more ventilation. And in that grill, or that groove, you'll find your co-branding HDMI, DTS, HD Master Audio 7.1, Dolby True HD, and Blu-ray. Now along the back, you'll find all of that ventilation, of course, needed to vent this beast of a gaming console. So we have our ports as well. So we have our PlayStation I port, which is proprietary. We have our LAN port, HDMI, optical, as well as our power port. Now back here you'll find these stickers covering up the screws, which are needed to open up the console for modification. Now of course if you remove these, they do void your warranty. Now up top you also find your PS4 branding, and along the right side again you find more grills and more ventilation. And as you can see, if you look down this groove here, it looks like it bows out a bit to accommodate the internals of the PS4. And that is about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom.